Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're gonna talk about Keyshawn Davis predicting a knockout in his fight January 31st against Jermaine Ortiz. We're gonna talk about Devin Haney being open to fight Keyshawn Davis, saying that Keyshawn Davis is on the list. Then, of course, we're going to talk about Ryan Garcia passing his lie detector test. You feel what I'm saying? But before we get into that, y'all can please hit the like button on the win. That'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,300 mark. About to hit that 3,400 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. What's going on? What's going on, people? I did get on a little bit late. My apologies for that. Just tired than a bitch. You feel me? I ain't got no excuses for it, but we're gonna make it do what it do anyway. You feel what I mean? Shout out to the nation tomorrow. We be in here until 1, 2 in the morning anyway, so this shouldn't be anything new to us. You feel what I mean? And I got the day off tomorrow, so fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If we tired, we tired. You know what I mean? If you tired, do it while you tired. You feel me? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to my boy Slime in the building. He said, yo, what's the word, Mark? Shout out to Mazuma. Hold on. Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Hit the like and subscribe. Show Mark love for the daily boxing content. Absolutely. Speaking of daily boxing content, man, I put out a video earlier today, man. If you ain't see it, please go check it out. You know what I mean? I spoke about how the zone is basically forcing Golden Boy's hand, pressuring them to make the Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight. You know what I'm saying? What inspired that video was an article that Lance Pugmire had put together over at Boxer Scene, man. We definitely going to go over that today. You know, as a matter of fact, we might just talk about it first, to be honest with you, because I feel like this is something that's very important. And just letting you know that there's really only one side that is really holding this fight up from happening. And I've been telling y'all this over and over and over again. But it seemed like outside of the nation, there are many people who's really listening to me. You feel me? So we just going to continue to stick by the facts and, you know what I mean? Pray for the best for these fights to happen. You feel me? Agent 86, what up? Chris Maldonado, what up? He said, tuning in from the job again. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. You know what I mean? I wish I had somebody that went live that I found entertaining during work, man, but unfortunately, there don't be that much people that I listen to, which I don't listen to a lot of people on YouTube, especially when it comes to boxing. But there don't be many people that be going live around the time that I be working, so I'll be having to figure shit out. You feel me? Everything is well, though. I can't complain, Chris. Thanks for asking. You know what I mean? We got 12 people in the building, man. We need 12 likes, man. We need 12 likes. You feel what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and pull up this Boxing Scene article. I just want to speak about this briefly. Because I do think that this is important. You feel what I'm saying? This is like the first time that I've seen publicly a network really demand the fight. Like we heard like HBO really wanting like the Andre Ward or Sergey Kovalev fight. You know what I mean? We heard about HBO wanting the Canelo Triple G fight. Like we heard networks express interest in wanting to make fights before. But this is like the first time that I've ever seen, to my recollection, this is the first time that I've seen a network come out publicly and be like insistent, like putting the pressure on these fucking promoters to make a fight happen, man. I think that's just the zone really being fed up. You know what I mean? Being fed up with the bullshit, man. Like they putting all this motherfucking money up. You know what I mean? They try to get their money's worth out of the situation and get more subscribers and get more people tuned into the sport. And I think they finally reached this consensus that, you know, this whole idea of marinating fights just ain't the formula anymore. I think Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao were able to do it successfully because they were two icons in the sport that ended up facing each other later on in their careers. So I guess a lot of people saw that formula and tried to duplicate it. But, you know, the problem is that was a once in a, you know, not going to say lifetime, but a once in a generation type of fight. You know what I mean? That had a lot of good things. You know, Manny Pacquiao's an icon, legend, you know, whose name was heavily attached to Floyd's. And, you know, the opposite was also true of Floyd, an icon, a legend, whose name was heavily attached to Manny Pacquiao. So that was like the fight that people wanted to see, even though Manny Pacquiao continued to, you know, he had got knocked out, he lost fights, he always found a way to bounce back and get himself back in that picture with Floyd Mayweather. You see what I mean? But I think a lot of people saw that and was like, damn, they waited 5+ years for the fight, but look how much money they made. Maybe if we do that, we could generate that same amount of money. But the problem is these guys that they're pushing, that they're sitting there over marinating fights for, aren't Mayweather, aren't Pacquiao, didn't prove themselves like Mayweather, didn't prove themselves like Pacquiao, didn't get big wins and build their profiles like a Mayweather or Pacquiao. But somehow, some way, they thought that shit was going to work. You know what I mean? And we've lost a lot of fights in the past. You know what I'm saying? We lost a lot of fights in the past due to this over marinating tactic. You see what I'm saying? But the zone, they not with it no more. You know what I mean? The zone isn't with it no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this article for y'all to see. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. And the article goes, the zone's insistence for Virgil Ortiz versus Jaron Ennis, a needed sea change for boxing. Shout out to Lance Pugmire. He puts it together. He says, one of boxing's longtime sicknesses has been the inability of the connected broadcaster to stomach a forceful push for the fights that are begging to be made. So it's worth watching how the ongoing negotiations to make an appetizing junior middleweight bout between unbeatens Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Jaron Bruce Ennis play out. So that's basically saying, like, it's kind of rare to see a network really push for a fight that, happened this persistently, but, it's a sight to see. You see what I mean? The article goes on to say, last month, Ortiz manager Rick Meridian told Boxing Scene that streamer DAZN is effectively insisting that Ortiz promoter Oscar De La Hoya and his promoter Eddie Hearn strike a deal to get Ortiz and this done, with the likely date pegged for the early spring in Las Vegas. Make no mistake about this. If the bout gets made in the coming weeks, this could represent a needed sea change in a sport where broadcasters have far too often been too lenient with their promoters' partners, allowing watered-down, stay-busy type affairs to be substituted by the actual fights that are ripe to be made. See what I mean? So Lance Pugmire is making it clear that a lot of these, networks, they just let these promoters do whatever they want. You know what I mean? They give them a bag of money, tell them to go make some fights happen. These promoters take this fucking money and then give us bullshit product. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I guess the zone is putting their foot down and be like, yo, if we going to keep giving you motherfucking money, if we going to be giving you this money for you to go ahead and give us some bullshit, we not tolerating that shit no more. Here's the fucking bag. Here's what we have for this fight. Go make the fucking fight happen. Give us the fight that we want and no other bullshit. Not over marinating fights, or giving us some bullshit fights. We don't want to see no motherfucking Virgil Ortiz versus Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Let Errol Spence win. Let him run them numbers up over there. You know what I mean? And if he's able to get back to the top of the division, then, then we could talk about that fight. But for the meantime, we need Jaron Ennis, who's in his prime, young, undefeated, up against Virgil Ortiz, who's in his prime, young, and undefeated. That's what they want to see. You feel what I'm saying? And Rick Meridian and all of them, they've been trying to get Turkey Al-Sheikh back in this fight for so long because they're asking for an amount of money that's not really practical, that's not really realistic at this point in time without a financier in Turkey Al-Sheikh who's okay with losing his money. They're not Turkey Al-Sheikh. You feel what I mean? They're not funded by the Saudis. You know what I mean? This is money that they've, put together, that they've worked hard for. And yes, they looking to make a nice little chunk of change, a nice little amount of profit off of this situation. You feel me? They're not in the game to lose money. So if they looking at the numbers and they see that this fight may generate $10 million in revenue, or let's say $15 million in revenue, they're not going to give Virgil Ortiz $15 million, alone. You feel what I'm saying? They got to make their money back so they can continue to thrive in the sport of boxing, right? So what the fuck they look like giving Virgil Ortiz $15 million? And y'all can't see I'm exaggerating because Rick Meridian himself said that they want 8 figures for the fight. They said that I think even before the negotiations started, they needed 8 figures for this fight. So $15 million is 8 figures. When I see 8 figures, that's what I'm thinking they looking to get to make this fight happen. You see what I'm saying? So let's say, if they feel like they're going to make $15 million altogether and Virgil's asking for 15, that shit don't make any type of sense at all. Because then you still got to pay Boots. Boots not going to fight for free. You got to pay the undercard. You got to pay the production. You got to pay for the arena. There's a lot of shit that gets, that needs to be paid for. You see what I'm saying? So, let me see what everybody else is talking about. Agent 86 said the Zone really believe in Boots, but can't say the same about Virgil Manager. Well, I think it's Eddie Hearn believes in Boots. You know what I'm saying? Because the Zone, I don't think it's a mad. Their objective isn't to believe in neither one of them fighters. Their objective is to have them both fight on their platform. You see what I mean? So it seems like Eddie Hearn is the one who's confident in Jaron Ennis. And let's keep it real. I don't think Eddie Hearn has ever, in his entire career as being a promoter, I've never seen him more confident with any fighter he's had than he has been with Jaron Ennis. And, justifiably so. Just Jaron Ennis is a special type of talent. You know what I'm saying? But I would be confident in Boots too, especially going into a fight like Virgil Ortiz. I would be extremely confident. So he's a massive talent. You see what I mean? So, yeah, if I was Eddie Hearn, I'd be confident too, and I would put him in just about any fight at 154 because I think Jaron Ennis could beat everybody. And I think he has the tools necessary to beat everybody in the division. You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's carry along with this article. It says, make no mistake about this. If the bout gets made in the coming weeks, this could represent a needed sea change in the sport. No, wait, I already read that part. He said, okay, there may not be no full title on the line between WBC interim belt holder Ortiz and Philadelphia's former unified welterweight champion Ennis, but we all know that we see from what we saw in November that the pair are on an undeniable collision course. First, Ennis posted a first-round knockout and outmatched Lima in Philadelphia. Then, when Ennis seated ringside in Texas, 27-year-old Ortiz knocked out former title challenger Erickson Lubin in the second round. Ennis entered the ring afterwards after pronouncing it's time for the showdown, and Ortiz expressed mutual interest in the bout. In the minutes after, backstage at the post-fight news conference, there was a sentiment and posturing over a possible alternative bout pitting Ortiz versus former three-belt welterweight champion Earl Spence Jr. regarding Ortiz's value in the purse split. Valid points, of course. A showdown with Texas Spence would draw well enough in the state where Spence hasn't fought since getting dismantled by Terrence Crawford summer of 2023 bout in Las Vegas. That bout is nowhere near as big as Ortiz and Ennis, which I've said on here on multiple occasions, but we had people in the comments saying that Spence and Virgil is a bigger fight. Right now, no, it's not. Maybe in Texas it'll do numbers, but in terms of boxing is bigger than the state of Texas. You feel what I'm saying? This is like a global sport. So how could you say this fight is bigger when there's only really a attraction in Texas? But anyways, it is what it is. I digress. But now, considering how this type of build-up matchmaking contributed to the downfall of boxing coverage by HBO, Showtime, and ESPN, this can no longer be the permitted strategy by major broadcasters who are competing for viewership of mainstream sports fans and who have watched major bouts get made by the snap of a finger from those in Saudi Arabia. Hearn, who helped launch the Zone with his Matchroom promotion, has indicated Ennis is committed to the Ortiz fight, which we all know. Ortiz has commented recently that he expects this bout to become a reality. So I don't really feel like there's anything more to read from this situation, man. What it just sounds like to me is that, like I said, the Zone is fed up. They seen other yo, man, still awake? No, she knocked out. It said, Mazuma, would you be an Iranian? What are your thoughts on what is going on in Iran? I ran in your mom's bedroom and threw dick in her. That's what I think about it. That's the only type of running I did. I ran in your mom's tonsils with my fucking dick. That's what I did. Fuck you talking about? Go take that to the bank, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck is you talking about, weirdo? Get him the fuck up out of here. Anyways, like I was saying, it just sounds like to me the Zone is fed up. You know what I mean? They're not settling for bullshit no more. If y'all want their motherfucking money, that you got to give them quality. things that's gonna attract boxer fans coming forward. And I think there's definitely been a change. And I just seen Netflix do that with Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like, Netflix was like, "Yo, we willing to give you this money. We give you the money that you're looking for, but you fighting MMA fighters and fighting these bum ass motherfuckers that we know that you're gonna beat. Them days are over. You want this type money? You want this bankroll? You're gonna have to face somebody dangerous that people actually think that you're gonna lose to. Not only that, that you'll be a significant underdog in, because all you've ever been was the favorite. Even in fights you lost, you were. I'm pretty sure Jake Paul may have been the favorite going into that Tommy Fury fight. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying. They had gotten fed up, and Jake Paul, in my opinion, had no other choice but to take on a dangerous opponent, because that was the only way he was going to be able to get that payday that he was looking for. And the Zone, they learned it from the people that fell apart before them. You know what I'm saying? Like HBO, they gave up on boxing because you know what I mean. They wasn't making the money that they were supposed to. At least they wasn't really making a return on their investment. You know what I mean? Showtime, they closed their doors to the sport of boxing, maybe because they gave us a lot of fights that weren't really doing numbers, or you know what I'm saying, when these promoters was pretty much just sucking these networks dry, pause, and giving us bullshit fights, and they weren't able to get their return on investment either. You know what I'm saying? So they see all these networks falling apart. They don't want to be another network to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? They actually trying to last. You know what I mean? They trying to be successful, do success. Great numbers with the sport of boxing. They're not going to be able to put on these great numbers if they don't get these big, meaningful fights. You see what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. You see what I mean? So they're sick of just giving these promoters money and these promoters doing whatever the fuck they want. No, we're gonna give you this money, and we gonna tell y'all motherfuckers what to do with this money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's basically what motherfuckers do anyway in any type of business. Like if you're an employee of mine, and I'm paying you $30 an hour, you better do what the fuck I'm requiring you to do for you to make that 30 an hour. If you want me to give up a $5 million, for example, if I'm going to give you guys a $5 million budget, y'all better do something with that budget that's going to make all of us some money, not just y'all. You know what I'm saying? While y'all probably scraping shit off of the top, and you know what I mean? You're supposed to be giving somebody like Virgil Ortiz $2 million whole time. The motherfucker probably only getting 1.2, 1.5. Like, y'all already scraping shit off the top. Then y'all getting percentages off of these fighters after the fact. So y'all niggas is eating like a motherfucker. And y'all don't even get told what to do by the people who handing you this money. No, shit about to really change. You see what I mean? And these networks, to be honest, these networks should have been done that. The fuck these networks being so damn lenient for? These promoters, bro, if these promoters could give you bullshit, yo, listen, I'm gonna just tell you this. If they could get a good amount of money without putting a possible cash cow, or even current cash cow fighters, if they could get this shit, if they could get a shit ton of money while preserving these guys, they gonna do it. So you're gonna give me money and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. I'm gonna keep building up my fighters with bullshit opponents, with fights that's not being demanded. Easy, give me fights for these fighters to continue building them up while you pay me whatever. And then the more I build him up, the more he's gonna be worth, and then I could cash out on him at the end. No, there's no saying, bro. We don't give a fuck what type of build up you got going on with Virgil. I don't give a fuck how y'all trying to protect him. Y'all want this motherfucking bankroll? This is the fight that we want to see. We don't want to see no other fight. We don't want to see Virgil Ortiz versus Errol Spence. We don't want to see no Virgil Ortiz versus X, Y, and Z. Don't nobody want to see none of that. We don't want to see Boots against anybody else except Virgil Ortiz. So what we doing? You know what I mean? They definitely feeling the pressure. So much so, Rick Meridian out here having an episode on social media. Oh, man, contractually, you can't tell it. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, we going to fight whoever you want. Or where? Where are you going to fight them at? Where are you going to fight them at? Because we're insisting that you fight these people. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rick Meridian and Bella Faith. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I was just about to get into that right after this segment. But fuck it, we're going to get into it right here. I seen Rick Meridian put out a post saying some shit like when the fight gets done. No, bitch, go make the fight happen now. Go make the fight happen now. You asking for an amount of money that's not realistic, that's not practical. Y'all think Virgil Ortiz, and I get, listen, you a manager, so I get it. You're supposed to get every crumb. You trying to get the cake and every crumb that fall off the table. I get it. I get it. You're doing what you're supposed to do to make sure your fighter get the bag, because as long as they get in the bag, you get a nice little chunk of change too. So I get it. But at the same time, great businessmen understand what's realistic and what's not. And this isn't being funded by Turki Al-Sheikh. As much as you're trying to get Turki involved, he don't really care for this fight. Now, whatever reason that is, you know what I'm saying? That's up for him to, put out there. I don't know. Me personally, I don't think he fuck with Boots. That's just me. I think that he's invested in guys who may be potential opponents to Boots. And, on top of that, I just think that he don't really like Boots because Boots like to do his own shit. And he not the type boy to really kiss Turki Al-Sheikh ass. If you really notice who Turki seems to gravitate towards versus, some people he's not too fond of, it's usually the people he's not usually fond of is the motherfuckers who, have options outside of Turki Al-Sheikh that are willing to work with, people outside of Turki Al-Sheikh. He gravitates towards people like Devin Haney, because Devin Haney, I ain't gonna lie, like Devin Haney gravitates towards Turki Al-Sheikh because he pays him the biggest bag. You know what I mean? He pays him when he feels like he's worth, because when he came off of that Ryan Garcia fight, everybody was trying to lowball him except Turki. So, of course he gonna have a cool relationship with Dev, because Dev not gonna go anywhere else. You feel what I mean? After motherfucking wait, did Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford wasn't with Top Rank when he made the Errol Spence fight, right? Oh, I'm tripping. Anyways, they was big on Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford, as soon as he was able to get a business relationship going with Turki Al-Sheikh, you know what I mean? He was loyal with Turki Al-Sheikh. You feel me? Like Turki pretty much like to have motherfuckers around there. I like to kiss his ass. People who like to go other places and do their own thing, he not really too fond of. That's why I think he didn't like David Benavidez in the beginning, because he still was rocking out with PBC and them over there. That's why I don't think he really fuck with Boots, because Boots, just re-signed with Eddie, you know what I mean? And he fuck with Eddie more than Turki. I think Turki's not really too fond of that. That's why he threw shots at Tim Tszyu, because Tim Tszyu had the option to fight on the Riyadh season card, but he went down a different direction. And when he ended up losing to Sebastian Fundora again, Turki kicked him while he was down, showed true animosity. You know what I mean? Showed bitterness. But, not to, get too much on Turki Al-Sheikh, but Turki Al-Sheikh isn't too fond of this fight for some reason. Just like how he wasn't too fond of Benavidez and Bivol fighting. You feel me? He wasn't too fond of, what was the other fight he wasn't too fond of? Benavidez and Canelo. For some reason, he didn't want that fight. This motherfucker tell you he a boxing fan, and at the same time said that he didn't really care about that fight. We asked for Joseph Parker versus Alexander Usyk. He said, no, that's not the fight. You know what's the fight? Let me tell you something. You know what's the fight? Usyk Atama. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, no, it's not. What are you talking about, bro? The fuck you mean Moses Atama versus Usyk? But anyway, nigga about to fight Jermaine Franklin. Like, if you fight Jermaine Franklin, that's letting me know that you and your team not on the type of time where y'all ready to even talk about fighting somebody elite like Usyk. But anyways, y'all asking for an insane amount of money, so much so that the zone doesn't feel like y'all worth it. Y'all trying to push like y'all some type of A-side money making type motherfuckers. Whole time, Jerron Ennis has historically sold more tickets than Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz has zero personality. You know what I mean? Mexican boy, but don't really be on some heavy Mexico shit. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, like, he be listening to like fucking rock music and shit like that. Like, he's a fucking weirdo. You feel me? Like, the nigga be listening, like, Mexican nigga, y'all got so much culture, y'all got so much great music, but you want to listen to fucking pink people music and shit. Like you're a fucking square, cuz you ain't got no personality. You not funny. You don't talk. You're not like your fights are entertaining, but you not somebody who's like a good salesman. Like you be to yourself. Like you corny as shit. Niggas don't want to watch you. You ain't got no sauce, nigga. Just keep it 1,000. Boots is an entertainer. He don't talk much outside the ring, but he's an absolute showman in the ring. He's exciting. He has all the tools. You see what I mean? And he been wanting to fight you since 147 pounds, but you never wanted to look his way because you feel like you wasn't ready yet. And it's 2026. You feel what I mean? They called for y'all to fight, and it seemed like you may believe in yourself, but your team don't believe in you. Because if they asking for this much money, in my eyes, they looking at this like a high-risk situation. So before they take an L where they lose they owe, they're going to make sure that they leave with a shit ton of money. So it's like, all right, we lost, but at least we made X amount of dollars. You feel what I'm saying? That's how a lot of these motherfuckers be moving. You feel me? They overprice themselves, and if they actually get that number, then they be okay with losing because like, all right, I might have lost, but I left with 8 figures. But you know, they moving real scary over there, moving real funny. Like you know how embarrassing, and that's probably why Rick Mergian was so bad. Do you know how embarrassing it has to be for you to be acting like y'all want this fight, Boost don't want this fight? Whole time you got that networks to pop up publicly and be like, "Yo, make this fight happen." Like, why the fuck is y'all stalling? Make the fight happen. And they not talking to Boost. They not talking to Eddie. They talking to y'all. Y'all the ones who's holding this shit up. Oscar never wanted this fight. Look at what Oscar stable is coming to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Garcia, he can't win a world title to save his life. He over here sparring streamers, might fucking lose to Mario Barrios again. And even if Ryan Garcia win a world title, he not staying at Golden Boy. They have like public issues right now. They don't get along. You know, Canelo Alvarez left y'all. Jaime Munguia left y'all. Like you ain't got no good shit going on, brother. You ain't got no good shit going on. And y'all got Floyd Schofield, but he pussy. Him and his dad pussy. They don't want to fight nobody. You know what I mean? They pulled out because the nigga had like a motherfucking bed bug bite on his hand. And he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight Jojo Diaz with a small hand injury. Like, y'all moving scary with him too. Like, y'all had the Shakur Stevenson fight in front of y'all. Y'all ain't believing him with the Shakur Stevenson fight. Oh no, why would you take this fight when we can keep you undefeated for this many years? And like that's the type of time that Golden Boy be on. They some scary motherfuckers, bro. They some scary motherfuckers, and they doing the same shit with Virgil Ortiz, man. Like, and I'm gonna keep saying this shit because nobody really want to acknowledge it, bro. Like, y'all niggas had the opportunity to fight for a world title next, and y'all let Xander Zayas walk. So not only, because Xander was already feeling like y'all niggas was ducking him before the world title shot, before he became world champion, before Xander Zayas became world champion, y'all. This motherfucker was looking to fight Virgil Ortiz. They ended up not picking Xander Zayas. They picked Israel Madrimov instead. So even though it may have made more sense to make the motherfucking Madrimov fight over the Xander fight, he felt like y'all ducked him. That's what he felt like. Shit. I'm trying to figure out how to take this motherfucking background off. How the fuck you take this background off? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. But yeah, that motherfucker had a bed bug bite on his arm, talking about, oh man, you know, my son, one thing about my son, he punched really hard. So, you know, I was like, yo, there's no point in making, man, shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas is the scariest niggas in boxing. You hoe ass niggas, bro. Y'all had the opportunity to fight Abdullah Mason. Y'all asked for I don't know how much money that y'all knew didn't make no motherfucking sense. Then y'all go ahead and y'all acting like y'all own promoters, but y'all every chance y'all get, y'all signing a contract with Golden Boy. So it's like, is y'all niggas not partners, bro. Y'all niggas not partners. Like that's not a thing, brother. Like you are signed with Golden Boy Promotions. I bet you y'all can't fight without them niggas' permission. If y'all if they not like really y'all promoters, y'all partners, then go fight over here. Go try to fight on PBC. Go try to fight on fucking, you know what I'm saying? Go try to fight on a different network. Go fight under another promotional company. I bet you can't do it without their permission. If you can't fight without a nigga's permission, they your boss, nigga. Yeah, they may work for you in a sense, but you also work for them. Fuck out of here. People always be saying that, oh, the boss is the fighters are the boss. I mean, yeah, to an extent, you're right, because they can't make no money without you. I get it. Trust me. From that perspective, yeah. But guess what? If y'all niggas really the bosses like y'all say y'all are, go fight. Go try to fight on another network. You see what Ryan Garcia tried to do? Ryan Garcia tried to do an exhibition, and Golden Boy was like, "Nope, y'all ain't got our permission to fight. We literally own y'all niggas. Y'all can't step off the porch without getting a signature from us, nigga. So miss me with all the bullshit." Dangerous Desire Bullies in the building. He said because Boots didn't want to take it the first time it was offered. Ortiz and Boots lost plenty of millions had they just fought when offered. That's misleading, brother. That's misleading. When they first offered the fight, Boots was still at 147 pounds. So yeah, he may have declined the fight, right? But he was literally in the process of unifying the division when he was first offered that fight. You see what I'm saying? Then when he goes up into the division, they had said something about because I just love how they bring this shit up. They said Virgil had a hand injury. Boots was like, all right, I'm going into 154. I'm gonna see how I feel at the weight. Let me get a little solid opponent real quick. And I love how motherfuckers just be acting like Erickson Lubin was just like this fucking top guy at 54. Bro, every time that nigga stepped up, he lost. That's why they were so confident taking that fight. Every time he stepped up, he's lost. And every time he's gotten in there with somebody with some respectable punching power, Erickson Lubin done folded in that bitch like a pizza box, bro. You feel me? They knew what the fuck they was doing. They knew stylistically that shit played in Virgil's favor. That's why they took the fight. But they try to play it like it was such a risky-ass fight. The whole time I told y'all niggas. The whole time I told y'all niggas Virgil was going to squash him. My boy R3 in the building said, in my opinion, if Ortiz fought Xander in Puerto Rico, he'd have gained more fans if he fought Xander in the U.S. PR has a lot of boxing fans. That's a great point, R3. And Golden Boy Promotions and his shitty manager is the reason why Virgil Ortiz is, because he probably could have beat Xander. That's another thing people are not taking into consideration. He has what it takes to beat Xander. But guess what? His team didn't believe in him and fucked up a situation where he could have really became a world champion and grabbed that WBO title. Now imagine if Virgil went over to Puerto Rico, beat a Puerto Rican in his fucking hometown, left with his belt, and now he's going into the 154-pound division as a champion. His stock would have shot up exponentially, like could have grown to a whole different level. But what y'all decided to do was try to tell a champion where he should fight. Who the fuck are y'all to tell a champion where to fight? What is this obsession with? What is this obsession with Virgil Ortiz being the A side? Y'all niggas is nobodies. Like, what the fuck? How many tickets did he sell for Erickson Lubin? Can somebody find that, please? Can somebody, like, is this nigga like a bona fide pay-per-view star? This nigga Virgil Ortiz doing record-breaking numbers? What the fuck is he doing that is making Golden Boy feel like he's a fucking megastar? No, this is what it is. Golden Boy knows that Virgil is their last shot at really getting a cash cow. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to fuck this money up with him. You know what I mean? They don't want him to lose anytime soon because they're trying to build him and make him a star. But guess what, Oscar? Y'all could get that motherfucker to 50-0, but if he ain't giving y'all, if he not getting those fights or winning these fights that people actually want to see him in, ain't nobody gonna respect him. That shit ain't gonna make him no draw. That's gonna make him with a that's gonna make him an unproven nigga with a great record. You see what I mean? My boy ETC in the building. Shout out to the boy Empty the Clip. He said Virgil is Oscar's new Munguia. Gonna be a contender with 40 fights. At least Munguia was an actual champ at 54, though. That's a fact. He beat Saddam Ali to get that belt. I remember that shit clear as day. But they was just having Jaime Munguia fight absolute, like, nah, I'm not gonna say nobody. I think that's a tad bit disrespectful. But what I can say is all they did was feed Jaime Munguia a guy that we didn't want to see him fight. You see what I mean? Build him up, build him up, build him up, build him up, and then cash him out with Canelo Alvarez. Like that's what they did. And then, you know, Jaime Munguia walked away from, you know, motherfucking Golden Boy after that. And, you know, it was what it was. Now Jaime Munguia ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? A drug cheat, got knocked out in his home country. Probably his hometown in Mexico or some shit, got sparked by Bruno Sarase. You know what I mean? And Jaime Munguia's reputation ain't been the same since then. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but yeah, at least Jaime accomplished something that Virgil has yet to accomplish. Like, Virgil should be embarrassed that he done been in 3 different weight classes, ain't even get a single world title, ain't get a world title shot. Like, how the fuck didn't he get a world title shot? Y'all had the opportunity to face Xander Zayas. This motherfucker literally, all this nigga told you was, yeah, we accept the fight. Come to Puerto Rico. Bro, he won the world title. Errol Spence had to go to the UK to fight Kell Brook, right? Terrence Crawford had to go to Scotland to defeat Ricky Burns, right? Niggas got to do shit like that in order to get to the next level. Marvin Hagler, then he had to go to the UK to win his first world title. Let me know if I'm tripping. Like, this is shit that motherfuckers got to do in order to make a name for themselves or take themselves to the next level. They got to make them sacrifices. But Golden Boy don't believe in Virgil Ortiz enough to make those sacrifices. Yeah, I'll fight you. You just got to come to Puerto Rico. You know, the Puerto Rico is still in the U.S., right? You know that Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Like, this ain't no, like, far, you know, location. Like, Devin Haney had to go to Australia to become undisputed. Fought over there twice. Wanted to become undisputed and then defend his undisputed title. Like, why are you the exception? What the fuck have you done in boxing that, you know what I mean, you don't have to do what Terrence Crawford had to do, what Errol Spence had to do, what fucking who's the guy's his name? What Devin Haney had to do. What make you so superior to them? No, y'all niggas just scary. Y'all scary. Sitting here talking like y'all the A side. Now Oscar want to sit here and act like Xander Zayas was being difficult. No, it's y'all. Y'all the ones who being difficult. Who the fuck are you to tell a champion where he should fight when you're merely a contender? Who don't sell. That's another thing. Like, you're a contender, not a world champion. You are a contender, a well-known name in the division, but still a contender who's not even a fucking draw. You know why Jake Paul could tell niggas what to do even though he ain't shit as a fighter in comparison to guys who are active boxers? Because he's a fucking draw. He could sell. At least he has that on his side. You can't. Nobody know you, brother, outside of hardcore boxing fans. Like, you ain't selling no 17, 14, 16, 17,000 people in the arena like Jerron Ennis did. But y'all flexing like, oh, we hold it. What will Oscar say? Yeah, Virgil. Virgil holds all the cards. Yeah, moving forward, if Boots wants to see Virgil, Virgil, he holds all the cards. He's that badass. Yeah. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all niggas is the most scariest motherfuckers that grace this fucking boxing world, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Cut it out. Don't nobody believe that shit y'all niggas talking about. And everybody and they mom know you ain't no fucking A-side in this shit. You niggas just don't want to fight, so y'all don't make shit difficult. ETC says, Robert Garcia has Bam, Mordecai, and Ramirez. All current and former champ. Yeah, and Ramirez was unified. And Bam is currently unified. And then Virgil. He got to catch up. They talk like he's a star of the stable, but I can't tell. He's not. He's not. Bam is clearly the star of the stable. This motherfucker, they got, on Mazuma TV's pound for pound rankings, he top 5. But I think on Ring Magazine's pound for pound list, he top 3. I think it's Usyk, Inoue, and then Bam. Like, damn, that's high praise. But let's say he is a top 3 pound for pound fighter. Let's say you agree with that. Virgil ain't touching that pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Like, he beat motherfucking Thomas Delorme at 54. I seen Thomas Delorme getting his ass whooped at 140. That's first of all. Now you want to blow him up to 154, and Boots had knocked him out previously, but somehow, some way, we going to get this nigga all the credit in the world for being Thomas Delorme. Then you beat Frederick Lawson. To this day, I don't know what the fuck that nigga doing in boxing right now. I haven't heard from him since. Then you go and you fight Serhii Bohachuk. Highly disputed fight where some people even believe Serhii Bohachuk beat Virgil, knocked him down, all types of shit. So then you face Israel Madrimov, who's coming off of a loss against Terrence Crawford. You beat him. Now this nigga's like this highly touted fucking contender at 154, the most feared. Man, miss me with the bullshit, bro. Miss me with the bullshit. You think that they would have fought Israel Madrimov? How to wait? Not Virgil. Not Virgil. I'm sure Virgil would have fought him. Do you think that Golden Boy Promotions would have let Virgil Ortiz fight based on how the way they be moving? Israel Madrimov while he was undefeated and champion. I'm gonna answer that for y'all. Absolutely fucking not. And you did great. He did great against Mazuma. He dominated. No lie. Like, he did his thing. That was a very good performance. Actually had one of my fighters study that fight so they could pick up some things on Virgil. He could fight. But how the way they be moving him, they do not believe in that kid, bro. You can't tell me they believe in that kid. Like, motherfuckers gave you a layup to fight for a world title in Puerto Rico, and you want to make it difficult. Oh, let's fight in Vegas. Why? When it was already a top-ranked plan, they told Xander from the very beginning, we're going to get you a world title, and your first defense is going to be in Puerto Rico. You really looking like a bitch in this situation because y'all turned down the fight. Y'all walked away from the fight to go fight Eric Lubin. This nigga Xander is about to he's going to attempt to unify. This motherfucker, and if he beat Abaz Barao, which I think he can, Barao is going to be really tough, though. That's going to be a tough fight. But if Xander defeats Abaz Barao, he literally going to unify. He came into the division. He came into the division as, I don't even know how long Xander been in the division. But you know what I mean? You was overlooking Xander. You was acting like you was too good for a fight with him. Y'all picked Madrimov over him. Whole time, Madrimov ain't shit right now. I haven't even heard from the nigga. You still ain't a world champion. Xander's a world champion, but he's actually in a position where he may possibly become the man of the division and having multiple titles. Virgil holds all the cards in my ass. Yeah, that sounds like some shit Oscar would say. I wouldn't be surprised one day if Oscar just walked into the fight coked up with a G-string on. Saying that nigga De La Hoya is a real-life creep. Blaze pound for pound says Xander might really be the best at 154. Well, I don't think he is, to be honest with you. But he'll make a case for, because there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You could be the man of the division and not be the best. Me personally, it's about for me, it's about the belts. Like if there's 4 major world titles. There's 4 major world titles, bro. Mazuma is coming back on the Andy Cruz card, the 24th. That's what's up. Shout out to Israel, man. Shout out. I think he even moves Uzbekistan. Shout out to Uzbekistan. But what I'm going to say is this. I'm big on the belts, right? I've always been big on the belts. If you got the majority of the belts in your division, you the man of the division. To me, there's 4 major titles. If you got one and there's 3 other people that got world titles, then there's nobody is definitively proven that they're the best or they're outdoing each other. But if you become unified, if you had the majority of the belts in the division in comparison to your peers, they gotta say you the man. They gotta say you the man. Because that's what this shit is about, right? I thought it was about getting all the belts, only having one champion in the division. The only way you can have one champion in the division is if you grab every title. Undisputed is like supposed to be like the top of the top. You feel me? Xander got Bud belt, right? Yeah. No, don't. Xander got the WBO. He got the WBO. It was Fundora's belt, but Fundora vacated it because he didn't want to fight Xander. He ended up rematching Tim Tszyu. Who has the WBA right now? The WBA at 154 is Abbas Barao. He got it after he elevated, but he had beat Yoenis Tellez. Bud was in line to fight for the WBO 154-pound title, but Fundora ducked that fight too. Fundora be ducking a hell of niggas, bro. Like, Fundora really a turkey for a big-ass turkey. Nigga, a 7-foot turkey. That nigga ducked Bud. That nigga ducked Xander. That nigga ducked anything that he deems to be a threat. Niggas try to put a rehydration clause. Yo, Sebastian Fundora, the nigga who is 6'6", 6'7", and I say 6'7" because I seen the picture of him and Wilder. Them niggas look like they was the same height. And Wilder is listed as 6'7", so it is what it is. Whatever fucking height he is. Can you imagine a 6'6" motherfucker, bro? I think this nigga got close to a 7-foot wingspan. Putting a rehydration clause on the motherfucker because he's scared the nigga gonna be weighing more than him. Like, nigga, what? Bro, you are the same height as Michael Jordan at 154 pounds. You're the same height as Kobe Bryant at 154 pounds. Kobe in his peak was like 6'6", 205. Like, niggas who really be 6.5 feet tall, they usually be in a 200-pound range. You are 6'6", fighting at 154 pounds. You have like the ultimate advantage. And I understand it's not height classes, but it's weight classes. I get it. But you literally have the abilities to make a lot of your fights easy just based off of your lead hand, if you know how to use it, which he doesn't. But like, you really put in a real blessed situation, especially if you know how to use your height and use your reach. You feel me? But you want to put a rehydration clause on a kid. Like, you want to put a rehydration clause on a kid because you scared that he gonna weigh more than you the night of the fight. You fucking punk bitch. Like, Fundora really be on turkey time. Shit is disappointing for real. Because, actually, when Fundora was coming up, I actually liked the style. I thought of him to be quite fascinating because I was like, bro, like, how the fuck is he making this weight? But then I heard he walk around at his weight, and I'm like, oh, so this nigga is just a different type of, like, he got a different type of genetics. Like, he's just like a freak of nature. Then I was watching, I'm like, oh shit, he actually a dog a little bit. Like, he like the rumble. That's what's up. I mean, he definitely get hit a lot, but he could rumble. I'm saying that this whole bullshit started going on. As soon as he became world champion, he started tweaking. He said, that nigga almost LeBron height. Yeah, LeBron like 6'8". So they nigga 2 inches, they ain't shit. They probably look like the same height on camera. You would not be able to tell, bro. Like, I'm 5'9". Put me next to a nigga who 5'10", 5'11". You're not gonna tell. You really can't tell. So yeah, this nigga may very well be LeBron height with like sneakers on. Put some Timbs on Fundora, that nigga probably be 6'9". And this nigga scared about somebody being heavier than him. Y'all niggas gonna get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. What 50 say? I smell pussy. Is that you? Is that you, Ja? I smell pussy. Tripping. Canelo is 5'7"-ish, fighting at 168 and 175. But you got Fundora dwarfing everyone. Facts. Miguel Loreano says Mazuma chills. Xander not being Fundora. I mean, that's your opinion, brother. If you feel like that, then cool. But what I'm telling you is Xander ran down on that nigga trying to get a fight, and Fundora ain't want to rumbling. Gave up a whole title and all. Like, how can you do that as a man, bro? Like, how can you do that as a man? How could you give up a title? That's why I was kind of, disappointed with Bivol, but I'll see, Turkey forced him to do that. Turkey put him in a situation where, like, he had to do that. And plus, like, we wasn't really too mad at the Better Be You trilogy because the first two fights was lit. So I was like, all right, we're going to give you a pass for that. Even when, like, Canelo gave away his belt to William Skull, it was like, fuck William Skull. It is what it is. But, so there's some exceptions. But, nigga, you ain't had no big fights coming up. Xander was that young nigga trying to get shit popping. Okay, Miguel. So what's a big fight then? What's a big fight for Fundora at 154? You act like he got some motherfucking mega fights happening at 154 right now. Listen, when you a champion, you have mandatories. And it wasn't like Fundora was matched up with the super mega fight. Like, bro, you rematched Tim Tszyu, bro. That was the fight. Like, a rematch with Tim Tszyu ain't that, like, not a big fight. That wasn't a big fight. This nigga lost to Fundora that when they got knocked out by Mortis Aliyev, beat a motherfucking, who he beat? Joey Spencer coming back or some bullshit like that. He beat somebody that nobody give a fuck about in Australia. Then he went and ran it back with Tim Tszyu. Didn't nobody ask for that fight. Fundora Thurman. Ain't nobody asked for fucking Fundora Thurman either. Ain't nobody asked for that fight. All I know is Xander Zayas was ranked in the WBO. He became his mandatory. They ordered the fucking fight. I think they even went to a purse bid. And then Fundora was like, nah, fuck you. That's bitch shit. Now, Fundora would have chalked Xander to go get a big fight, like with imagine, like, hypothetical. Imagine he would have fought Bud. It was like, oh shit, all right, cool, I'll take that. This nigga talking about who? First of all, this nigga said, Mazuma, you base. You base. I think you meant to say bias. And Xander really not my man. That's the crazy part. I'm just keeping that shit 1,000. Xander was avoided by Sebastian Fundora, and you can't tell me I'm lying. Show me I'm lying. Y'all remember when Xander pulled up the Fundora's fight? Called the nigga out and all. Wanted to do a face-off with him, but Sebastian Fundora's sister wouldn't allow it. They knew what time it was. And then when they sitting there negotiating, Fundora wanted EJ. EJ didn't fight, bro. EJ changed his mind. The nigga lied. He lied, bro. So now what? So what's next? Nah, he could say, Miguel could say, he could talk. He could talk and say I'm biased. It's cool. It makes great content. But that's a lie. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they were literally negotiating with Xander. They try to put a fucking rehydration clause on Xander. Like, really? A fucking kid? Like, y'all that scared of him? No, y'all niggas is 6'6". Y'all got all the advantages in the world. a motherfucker come in heavier than you and you got a problem with it, y'all niggas bitches. Y'all niggas bitches, bro. And that shit kind of pissed me off. And you know, I feel so strong. And this ain't a Fundora problem. Fundora vacated to fight EJ. So what happened with the fight, Ralphie? I mean, not Ralphie. I've seen him. Miguel, what happened with that fight? Bro, you got your history mixed up, brother. What had happened was Bud was trying to fight Sebastian Fundora, right? After he beat EJ. He was trying to get that fight. While he was in the process of trying to get in that fight, I think Sebastian Fundora, who did Errol Spence hop in the ring with him again? What fight was that? Was that the first Zoo fight? I forgot which one it was, but regardless, so, you know, Errol Spence said he don't wait in lines, he gonna fight Sebastian and all that bullshit, right? Forgot what that situation was. We talking about two totally different situations. When did Errol Spence hop in the ring? Which fight was that? We about to solve this right now. It was the first Zoo fight, right? Cool. So Errol Spence hopped in after the first Zoo fight. Cool, right? Errol Spence ain't end up fighting him. So what did Sebastian Fundora do? The nigga went and he fought Cordell Booker. After the Cordell Booker fight, who shows up? So you saying that you know motherfucking Xander but no, this was two totally different timelines. Errol Spence came in the ring to call out Sebastian Fundora after the first Tim Zoo fight. That fight ain't end up happening. Something happened with EJ. I don't know. The nigga changed his mind. I don't know. Right? Cool. So then he goes and he fights Cordell Booker. Now, after he fights Cordell Booker, or when he fights Cordell Booker, here comes Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas comes up. You feel what I'm saying? He like, yo, what's up with the fight with us? Like, I'm right, you know what I mean? The WBO and the mandate in the fight after the Cordell Booker fight. He vacated the WBO title to not fight Xander Zayas. All this shit you could literally just Google. Do you want me to hit up ChatGPT for you, Miguel? We could break this shit all down for you, you know, so you could understand. Xander came after the Cordell Booker fight. He didn't come after the Part 2 fight. That's inaccurate, brother. When he fought Cordell Booker and he stopped Cordell Booker, Xander Zayas was in the building. You could go look it up. He goes and he calls out Sebastian Fundora after that fight, tries to do a face-off with him. They won't allow him to, all this bullshit. And after the Cordell Booker fight, it was active. You know, I think they actually went to a yeah, I remember that. Jamonte Clark did cook Fundora and they robbed him. I remember that shit. That was early in Sebastian Fundora's career, though. I remember that shit. Yo, I think it was a draw, though. So that's how you know. Like, if you go to another, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. If you go to another nigga's promotional stable, right? Let's say you go to another motherfucker's hometown, or he got the home network advantage, whatever. If you fight a PBC nigga on a PBC card and you get a draw, it's because you won that draw. Especially like if you like some journeyman or whatever the case is, or you a nobody. You know, you got a small name. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, I remember that shit. Clear as day. Sebastian looked like horse shit too. Sebastian he was that type motherfucker that he had one good performance, then he had a terrible performance. He have a good performance and he have a terrible performance. Like, he was really like wish-washy like that. But nah, so first Tim Zoo fight, Errol Spence tries to fight and they push that shit back. I don't know how many times. Errol Spence not ready. He said he gonna come back whenever he ready. All right, cool. Sebastian, he does what he's supposed to do and he moves on. But I think even before, like Earl Spence, Bud was trying to get the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think he petitioned the WBO to get the fight or whatever the case is. You know, Sebastian Fundora's team claims that he was injured. So they had to postpone it. Terrence Crawford was like, I'm not waiting around for this nigga. He ends up fighting Israel Madrimov. So that's what happened. He petitioned the WBO. Now it's coming back to me. He petitioned the WBO trying to get that fight with Fundora. They was going to give him that. But Fundora, Samson Lukowicz, and his team had claimed that he was injured. He had I forgot what they said, something about his nose, his jaw, some shit like that. Y'all remind me in the chat, y'all. He was injured after the first Zoo fight, and he needed some time off. Crawford was like, man, I ain't waiting around for this nigga. Let's go ahead and get this fight popping with Israel Madrimov. That'll be for a world title. Boom. That gives Sebastian Fundora the exit to go do whatever the fuck he want to do. He come back claiming he was never injured, all types of shit. So they finesse Bud. They got Bud off of his square. You feel me? So then he goes, he fights Cordell, so then he fights Tim Tszyu the first time. Right? No. He beat Tszyu. Whatever. Bud tries to get it, whatever. Bud moves on. He goes and he takes a little break. Then he comes back about a year later. He fights Cordell Booker. They said Earl Spence said he don't wait in lines. That motherfucker, he changed his mind. Fights Cordell Booker. He washes Cordell Booker. Xander looks for the fight. He doesn't get the fight. He ends up vacating his title, giving the belt. He ends up giving the belt away. Xander takes the belt, fights for the vacant title. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fundora's a duck, bro. And no, Xander Zaya is not my man's, bro. I promise you, he not. I like him. But he not like one of my favorite fighters and nothing like that. You feel me? That's definitely not what it is. Then Xander ended up fighting for the vacant WBO title when he fought Jorge Garcia Perez. I remember that. Yeah. Try to put a rehydration clause on Xander's eyes, bro. It's like, that's really pussy shit. But, shout out to Xander, bro. Shout out to Xander doing this thing. You feel me? About to fight a Baz Barawa, motherfucker who could really fight. You feel me? Like, really could fight. And got a really, and I'm going to say this, he got a really uncomfortable style. I think Xander going to have to be on, I think he's going to have to fight a similar fight to the Jorge Garcia Perez fight where, like, you combinations, using your feet, turning your opponent, you know what I mean, punching, putting your punches right behind each other, like more fluidity, not much power, and just ring IQ. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to put your intelligence on display, play Matador, all that good shit. You feel me? You see how these niggas move the goalposts, change the whole conversation. So Xander fought better competition than Fundora. Who said that? Who said that? Did I say that? Can somebody in the chat tell me if I said that? Let me know. Did I ever say that Xander got the better resume than Fundora? Oh, you just asking. I thought you were saying that like I said that. No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, Xander don't got the best resume, but guess what? I'm never gonna shit on a nigga for not getting a fight when he tried to get it. See, I've been saying that shit about Boost. I tried to say that shit about Bud because he was, Bud resume overrated. Bro, he tried to fight Manny Pacquiao. He tried to fight Errol Spence earlier. He tried to fight Keith Thurman. He tried to fight Fundora. He like Bud tried to fight all these niggas, bro. They didn't want to fight him. Why am I gonna shit on him for a fight that he didn't fight whole time? He was really pushing for that shit to happen. It take two to tango. He said he was just asking. So I read it as if he was trying to say that I said that. No. But since he's just asking, no, I don't think Fundora. I don't think Xander has the better resume than Fundora, but guess what? Xander tried to fight Fundora. Danny, yeah, I remember all that. He wanted to fight Danny Garcia. He wanted to fight Keith Thurman. He wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. There's a few niggas he wanted to fight, but they didn't want to look his way. They start talking that other side of the street bullshit. This nigga pulled up on Earl talking about rumbling him. And Earl talking about, I'm going to get all these belts first, then I'm going to come see you. It's like, why you can't, like, why you got to do all that? I'm going to get all the belts on my side, then I'm going to come over to you. You know, looking back, it's actually a smart thing for Earl to do because the way he got his ass whooped, he probably would have never been unified if he'd have fought Bud early. Yeah, I remember that too. Josh Taylor was supposed to move up to 47. You know, he should have moved. I think Josh Taylor's career would have went a lot differently, in my opinion, if he moved up immediately after he became undisputed. I think what really burnt out Josh Taylor was him staying at 140 too long. That nigga Josh Taylor like 5'11", y'all. Big frame, like not even, you know, not really even supposed to be at 140 that as long as he was. I think he burnt himself out. And he never bounced back from that, John. Staying at a weight class too long could really fuck your career over. It's almost like staying in the amateurs too long. You feel me? Like you stay in the amateurs too long, you're going to get so accustomed to that style of fighting that you're never going to transition to a pro, you know, well. Bud would have put belt the fucking ass on Danny. Yeah, he'd have stopped Danny. Danny too slow. He tried to play counter punch and roll too much. Bud would have adjusted and fried Danny. Y'all seen that Tim Bradley sparring when Tim was trying to counter Bud? How fast he adjusted? That's when before he was world champion. Like Bud he too intelligent, man. Like y'all motherfuckers try to play him. He got that competitive drive. He got freakishly long arms for his height. Athletic. He's fast. He got power. Like Bud really the whole package for real. Hey, shout out to Carl Dargan. Carl Dargan stopped by the gym today, man. Carl Dargan was the fucking man. If you don't know who he is, bro, go look him up. You know, he sparred Bud back in the days and shit. He was one of the top amateurs in the country, fought internationally, won the USBA title at 135 pounds. We was chopping it up. We stood at the gym like 30 minutes late because we was just kicking it with Carl. Carl, a cool motherfucker, bro. He could fight his ass off. Bud goated. No, Bud could rumble, bro. Nigga would have fucked Danny up. I'm glad that shit ain't happened. For Danny's sake, you feel me? That would have made Philly look crazy. Bud already done fucked up a nigga from Philly. He already fucked up Hank Lundy. Beat the shit out of Hank Lundy. Danny said that amateur one was enough for him. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. That's the amateurs, bro. We don't count that shit over here. Like, I know a nigga who got a win over Lamont Roach in the amateurs right now, and that nigga, he ain't doing shit. Nigga, cold bum. Concrete Jungle. Okay, ETC know what he talking about. All the Concrete Jungle be in my gym, ETC. Tiger Allen, which is Brother Nazim's son. Rest in peace to Brother Nazim. Coach Sharon Baker. You know what I mean? She was Brother Nas' partner. You know what I mean? We got Khalid Whitmore, a.k.a. Bigfoot, in the motherfucking building, too. That's Concrete Jungle. We got Steve Cunningham, former world champion at our gym. That's Concrete Jungle. Like, bro, we got damn near the whole crew in that motherfucker, bro. All knowledgeable vets, like great people, bro. R3 said, who you think would have won, Tim Bradley or Mikey Garcia at 140? I'm gonna say Tim Bradley because first of all, Tim was the bigger guy. You feel what I'm saying? Bigger guy, you know, acclimated to the weight, his endurance, his will, his dog, his intensity. I think he would have swarmed Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was more fundamentally sound, in my opinion. Had a great jab, great 1-2 and all that. But I think Mikey's best days, when really looking back at his career, was at between 126 to 135. Maybe once, we could take 135 out the equation. Even though he was unified at 135, man, that was a beautiful time, man. I was a huge Mikey Garcia fan. We got 126, 130 Mikey, like the one that fought Orlando Salido, Juan Manuel Lopez, like that Mikey. I was a dangerous motherfucker, but I do think as he went up in weight, he started to lose some things. At 140, he was still sharp, still had some respectable power, but Tim was just a different level at 140. You feel me? So I think I would have gave that I think he would have outworked Mikey. I don't think he would have knocked out Mikey, none of that type shit. Mikey probably would have had some moments too. But Tim's, relentlessness, his aggression, his superb condition, and one of the most well-conditioned fighters I've seen in this past era or two. I think he would have outworked. I think he would have beat Mikey by unanimous decision. I think he would have made it ugly. I think he would have swarmed him. I think he would have mauled Mikey. I think he would have outworked him. That's me though. Bud broke my spirit July 2023. Bro, he had everybody in my crib. That was the first fight that I saw in my mom's crib. Because mind you, my family be going crazy over boxing, bro. But this was the first fight. I remember that Earl was getting whooped so bad, the whole crib was quiet. Like, nobody could believe what they were seeing. Like, my step-pop, he always picked Bud. Like, you ask my step-pop, he don't think anybody could beat Bud. He been saying that shit for years. Like, before he fought Arrow, before he fought Porter. I'm talking about when Bud was still at 140. He was like, yo, can't nobody fuck with this nigga. Like, he was like, yo, this nigga Bud, like, can't nobody beat him. You feel what I'm saying? So he expected that. But ain't nobody in that crib thought that shit was going to go how the way it went. Nigga's mouth was to the ground. Nigga, like, what the fuck? But, yeah, bro, Bud destroyed. That nigga made the boxing world stop with that ass whooping. You bet Bud for the stoppage 9-12 and Pitbull for the decision that night. Who did Pitbull fight that night? I forgot all about that shit. Who did Pitbull? He fought Cabrera? Nah. That was a tough one. Cabrera made that shit real ugly. Ugh. I was going to talk about Ryan Garcia passing that lie detector, but I'm not. I really don't give a fuck. I ain't going to lie. I just needed a title. You feel me? So if y'all came on here to hear me talk about Danny, not Danny Garcia, Ryan Garcia passing his lie detector, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck about what a lie detector said, to be real with you. There's all types of ways to pass lie detector tests. I done seen niggas do it multiple occasions. You go on YouTube just to see how niggas do it. Or breathing patterns. You know what I mean? They say if you're in great shape and your heart don't beat as fast, that you'll pass a lot of these tests and shit like that. And you can't even, I don't even think you could use lie detector tests as like sufficient evidence in court. So it's bullshit. You feel me? But I really don't give a fuck. Like, that's just me. Like, man, I don't really care about that. Like, I seen, you could say that, you know what I'm saying? Did you cheat? I didn't cheat. But the reality is you had that shit in your system, bro. So, miss me with the bullshit. ETC said, we respect the guy, tricked the algorithm. We cool out the Ryan talk tonight. Anyway, yeah, I lied. So, you know what I mean? Fuck him. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Garcia, all that motherfucker do is lie to us. So you know what I mean? I might as well lie too. Shit. Fuck you mean? So fuck him. Islam. Shout out to my boy Islam is truth in the building. What up, brother? He said Sean was beaten, but Bomac said you down. We need this next round. But stopping different type of animal. No, Bud definitely got he got that clutch gene in him, bro. He got that Kobe clutch gene in him, that Jordan clutch gene. You feel me? He know how to turn that shit up a notch. Like Bud got gears. You feel me? So that was a crazy thing to witness. But I don't think Bomac was the one that told him he was down. I think Tim Bradley told him that he was down. I don't know how Tim got a hold of the scorecards. I don't know. That makes me a little suspicious right there. Maybe he saw the unofficial scorecard and said that he was losing on the unofficial. I don't know. But Bud somehow got the word. He looked at Tim and was like, I'm up. And Tim told that nigga, you down. He was like, what? How the fuck I'm down? And he was like, all right. So he was like, okay, all right. Got the fuck up and stopped Sean Porter, which nobody was able to do, by the way. Like, I think that's one of his most best victories, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know a lot of people done beat Sean, but ain't nobody beat him like that. It made the nigga retire. Nigga had enough after that. This nigga lost to Kell Brook. He lost to Keith Thurman. He lost to Errol Spence. But ain't none of them niggas do to him what Bud did to him. Sean gave everybody a problem. Gave everybody a close competitive fight. Not Bud, though. He ain't making it to the scorecards with Bud. Yeah. Kenny Porter knew what was about to happen to the Suns. So he was like, before that shit got dark, he said, let me go ahead and just let me stop this shit. And I ain't gonna lie, man, you know how I feel about my son, yo. I done cried all night talking about my son. If I see him in that type of danger, and I knew shit was about to get dark for him, I probably do the same shit. You could be mad at me later, but son, I love you. And I want to see you home with your family. Healthy. You can be mad at me all you want, but guess what, son? You breathing, you alive. You ain't in no hospital fighting for your life. You good. I'm drinking all this grape juice. I'm thirsty as hell. My boy R3 said, this is going to be my last question before I roll up out of here. Shout out to the 34 people that's in the building. He said, who do you think, in your opinion, is the best heavyweight outside of Usyk? And who gives Usyk his hardest fight right now? I think the best heavyweight outside of Usyk is Ejit Cabello. I think Cabello is one of the most slept on heavyweights in the division. I just think he hasn't gotten his opportunity to shine yet. Of course, you got Fabio Wardley because he is the other champion of the division. Whether you look at him as the best or not, he has a say-so on being one of the men of the division, considering he beat, a top heavyweight at the time that he fought him in Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? He beat a coked-out Joseph Parker, so that lets you know Fabio really a dog out here in these streets. You feel me? You beat a nigga on coke, you might as well apply to be a goddamn superhero. You feel me? But I do think that Ejit Cabello is a legit problem. I think oh my God. Cabello versus Fabio Wardley would be such a fucking banger, bro. I would pick Cabello to win. I think he'll break him down. That's just what I think. I think his body punch is just a bit too much. I think Fabio would break down. Because Fabio been getting off on niggas and is overwhelming these niggas with his dog and his intensity. I think that Fabio would really break him up. So that's just what I think. I think Cabello beats Fabio, but that'd be a shootout. That would really be a shootout. But I do think Cabello outside of I think Cabello is the best heavyweight outside of Usyk, and I do think he gives Usyk his hardest fight right now. And I see niggas. Yeah, what if Deontay Wilder does? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yo, Slime, I got some shit for you to laugh at me about, bro. I got some shit for you to laugh at me about. Look at this picture. I was at this award show yesterday, and on my Sun Life, they came up to me and was like, "Yo, bro, can I take pictures of you?" I don't know why, but every time I'm in front of I'm near a photographer or something like that, they always want to take pictures of me. You feel me? It don't matter. Like, I had this one nigga, he never gave me the picture neither. He a fucking weirdo. But the nigga was in the gym taking pictures of us. And then he made me do a whole photo shoot for him. And I'm not going to say no. You know what I mean? I'm not a dickhead like that. I ain't say no. So I did the whole drawing for him. And nigga never sent me the picture. He posted like one on his story. But you know what photographers be doing? Like, they act like they're going to take pictures of you off the love. And that whole time, like, you ain't asked for the pictures. Like, you see it with the camera. You don't really care for these pictures. But they say they're going to take pictures of you. I mean, they show you, oh, man, these pictures fire, man. These pictures fire, man. And then when you ask to get the pictures, you got to pay for them. Like, nigga, ain't nobody. Like, I didn't ask you to do it, bro. So, like, for all that, delete all my fucking pictures out your camera. Nigga, you weird as shit. Fuck you holding on to these pictures for. But anyways, look at this shit. That was one of the poses the boy told me to do. This shit, yo, look like I know some shit. Thinking of a master plan. Look at it. Look at that. That's a thinking man right there. I look like a high value man. Look at me. Look at the chain, champ. Look at the glasses. Look like I'm about to motherfucking track a nigga down. I'm look like I'm about to pull up a nigga IP address, cuz. Yeah. This shit about to break the internet right here. Yo, y'all need to make this. Nah, I promise this wasn't AI. I know there's a lot of AI in this world, but this ain't AI, bro. This is a real thing, brother. This is at the award show where we won. My dad won Manager of the Year. My dad, we won motherfucking yeah, the bull told me to do the pose. I was like, man, this shit corny, but fuck it, I'm gonna just do it because the pictures was free. You feel me? But the nigga made me do 29 poses, bro. The nigga made me do 29 poses. Look like this is like a Christian Mingle. This is like a motherfucking Christian Mingle cover page on their website and shit. You feel what I mean? I met my Ling Ling and shit on Christian Mingle, and now they got me on there. Shout out to the beautiful wifey though. She looks amazing. You feel me? But nah, this shit crazy. Like thinking of a master plan. Yeah. Them niggas is tripping. This shit Mazuma wild. What'd I say? Listen, man. That motherfucking pictures is free. Okay, I said Ling Ling. Man, listen. I done call her everything under the sun. She be all right. Hey, yo, this nigga disrespectful as shit. This nigga Jay said she look like she paid the bills in that photo. That is fucking hilarious. Bro, that shit do look like that. She like, yeah. It look like look like the nigga that be hugging his girl at the register when she buy him that new GTA and some shit. Look, that's how the nigga hold they bitch when they buy the PS5 and shit. Babe, you the truth, babe. Whole time, this girl don't never pay a motherfucking bill. She don't pay shit in this motherfucker. Those are Jones we used to take at the gallery. Yo, this nigga, yo, he Philly for real. I fuck with ETC, bro. Yo, you know what you talking about, brother? The gallery, nigga. They don't even call it that no more. That shit, the fashion district. Wow, Mark look fake. Man, yo, listen, man. I promise you this ain't fake. I promise you this ain't fake. You feel me? Don't be hating. Don't be hating, cuz. That's me. Yeah, I met her in Philly. She from North, nigga. I'm from North. That's that tax season hug. that's yo. Hey, babe. Can you get me that new Call of Duty that just came out, man? Man, you the truth, babe. That's funny as shit. Yo, that's fucking hilarious. MLK, my brother. What? That picture is funny as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really look at it like that till y'all niggas said that. That's the bit. When Shorty pre-ordered GTA 6, that's a fact. But nah, that nigga had us there for like 20 minutes doing all types of poses. Wait till I get the rest of the pictures. He gotta email me. I should receive them tomorrow. I'm gonna post some of them Jones for sure. Them bitches came out crazy. They were like, yo, this nigga Mark look fake. That's crazy. Thinking of a master plan. Yeah. This shit the bid. This is about to be my profile pic on YouTube. This is about to be my LinkedIn picture. They gonna think that I'm like, what they call them niggas? They gonna think I'm a deacon or some shit. Yeah. Can I get them new Jordans, babe? Man, Justin Jackson's a fucking asshole. That motherfucker don't come on here for no other reason but to talk shit and go back home with his fat ass. I can't stand that motherfucker. You big back bastard. Southwest Dice, what up? Y'all niggas all laughing at me. That's crazy. Ain't nobody was laughing until I start showing them pictures, man. Fuck y'all. Punk ass motherfuckers, man. That motherfucker, he don't even come in here to talk boxing. When this bitch ass nigga Justin Jackson come around, all he do is come in, first of all, he come into the live, he'll say what's up, he disagree with everybody points, laugh at a nigga, then go home. Ricky Martin, man, fuck this nigga. Motherfucker. That nigga ain't shit. Nigga said Ricky Martin. Ralph said, you dead ass look like the nigga that fixed my phone the other day. Yo, Ralph, you gotta sit down. I gotta put him in timeout for that. Ralph Wallen. Yo, Ralph, come back a better nigga, bro. That nigga Ralph out his motherfucking mind. This nigga said, look like I fixed his phone the other day. Fuck Ralph. Nigga said I was on Geek Squad. Bitch ass nigga. Nigga, go sit down. Think about what you said. Come back a better nigga. Motherfucker, I was gonna get off. Y'all niggas got me mad now. I'm gonna show y'all something just to add to it. Fuck it. Y'all wanna laugh at something? There you go. Ah! Fuck you mean, nigga? Thinking of a master plan. This how I'm gonna hold up the shit the whole live now. Nigga said I was Geek Squad. Fuck that nigga. Geek Squad. Nigga.
Shut up, bitch.
You got me fucked up.
Hell no. Trash bitch. Oh
my motherfucker.
Cornball, nigga. Use a fucking cornball. Use a fucking cornball. Use a fucking cornball.
Can't stand you niggas. I hate y'all niggas with all my heart.
Y'all listen to this cornball. This nigga's a cornball.
He said that's my grinder profile pic. All right, bro. Grinder? You fat bitch. The only thing that get grinded is your fucking teeth while you sleep, you fat motherfucker. Fuck that nigga. Grinder? You smell what the Rock is cooking? Fuck you, Junior. You're a grown-ass man named Junior. Fuck you. What was I thinking about in that photo? All the time, all the calories you ate today, you fat bitch. Hey, yo, this nigga already got me as his profile pic. What the fuck? Nigga, I just put this picture up 5 minutes ago. The dedication of these fucking weirdos is insane to me. Nigga, how did you do that? Thinking of a master plan. Yo, you wildin'. Like, yo, nigga, that shit don't even look like you screenshotted it. You out your monkey ass mind. What the fuck, nigga? War Daddy. You had all the names in the world to use. This nigga gonna use War Daddy and then use this motherfucking profile pic of me to make the goddamn page. You know what? Fuck War Daddy. Nah, fuck all y'all. Fuck Justin Jackson, because you over here enabling the shit. This nigga Miguel laughing, so fuck you too. Junior, fuck this old nigga named Junior. You like Junior Senior. Fuck out of here. Who else? Who else? Who else will talk shit? Slime fat ass in timeout right now. He can't talk. This nigga somewhere struggling, trying to breathe and shit. This nigga snore while he awake. Fuck Slime. Then you want Ralph goofy ass talking about that I look like I fixed his phone the other day. What else you bitch ass niggas gotta say? What else you bitch ass niggas gotta say? Hold on, I'll give y'all something to laugh at right now. Hold on. That bitch ass niggas gonna talk shit. Nigga, y'all niggas gonna talk shit. Talk shit. Talk shit for real. Talk shit for real, nigga. If we gonna do it, let's do it all the way. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, hold on. Which hand I did? This hand right here. Yo, War Daddy. Google War Daddy. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? What the fuck? That's wild as shit. I really just Googled that shit. I thought it was gonna be some freak ass shit. But it's actually somebody who's a fucking straight killer. Oh, okay. Whatever. But manhood klepto, something wrong with you, brother. So we gonna pack you. I mean, I don't mind War Daddy because he actually did something funny, but you a weirdo. You know what I mean? I don't know who that is. It's your profile pic. I think that's the nigga who said, I likes you and I wants you. I likes you and I wants you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. Yeah, we gonna get you up out of here. It's an inmate slang term for a pimp in a male prison. Yo, that's fucking hilarious. Man, fuck War Daddy. Did y'all pack War Daddy? The fact that he ate, how the fuck he made that account that quick and made that his profile pic though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. These niggas different. Yeah. That's what the fuck? His name is something Johnson. Fleece Johnson. There you go. Fleece Johnson, the booty warrior. Yep. I likes you and I wants you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. Yeah. Yeah, that nigga. Did y'all pack War Daddy or y'all let him rock? That picture is fucking funny though. I might clip this. This shit going. I'm throwing this right on the camera roll. This nigga tripping. Hold on, let me record this shit on my glasses. This nigga literally took a picture of a photo that I put up on the live and made a whole profile based upon that. This nigga, these trolls on a different level. And by the way, I literally screenshot every time niggas edit a picture of me. I screenshot it and it's on my camera roll because that shit just be the bid. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Shit funny as shit. Agent packed him. Damn. That was actually pretty fucking funny. I wanted to hear him a little bit more, but fuck it is what it is. I was gonna let him play around a little bit more before we really packed him, but Agent wasn't playing with him. Shout out to Justin Jackson with a $2 super chat. He's saying that that his super chat is my photo. Justin, go fuck yourself. That's why all your shirts got belly button stains, you fucking fat whore. Fuck you. Motherfucker. Slime said I unpacked him. Well, what's gonna happen is he's gonna get packed again. So, yo, Nathaniel really quoting Fleece Johnson. Nathaniel needs some help. You really typed that shit out? Yo, that nigga different. Thinking of a master plan. Stop playing with me, nigga. Yo, I'm a respectful troll. Don't pack me up. You fucking meat hugger. Go fuck yourself, War Daddy. See, they call you Chris Hansen, but I'm gonna call you Chris Handsome. Shout out to my Boondocks niggas. You came here to meet an underage boy? No, I didn't came to know. I ain't come here for milk cookies, none of that. That nigga straight up said, I'm here looking for man's butt. Yeah, that nigga said, I came here looking for man's butt. Yo, I'm a warrior, Chris. Yo, Miguel, why you keep talking about my girl, nigga? Let me find out. Chill out, Mega Lethal. Real shit. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? And she ain't foreign. She from North Philly. I ain't come here for milk cookies. None of that. Yeah, Jay. I know exactly who Fleece Johnson is, bro. I knew about him for years. Me and my dad used to sit back and crack the fuck up at this nigga, bro. He put this shit away. Thinking of a master plan. So you got Google Chrome and Safari, huh? Yo, that boy Ralph ain't never come back, bro. What that nigga? What happened to Ralph? That nigga Ralph was like, you know what, man? Fuck this shit, man. Motherfucker, Mark. All I said was he was the Geek Squad. He did look like the guy who fixed my phone. Control Alt Delete. Turn it off and turn it back on. Fuck, nigga. Hey, yo. God damn it. I got to reset the modem again. But nah, shout out to all jokes aside, though. Yeah, I mean, I do think that was a little bit of a cheesy pose, but I did it just looking out for Bull because he's an upcoming photographer. You feel what I mean? Shout out to him. I don't remember his name. But shout out to him for giving us the pictures. We wasn't looking for the pictures. They came up to us. Me and my girl was sitting down just listening, congratulating all the winners and shit. Showing love to my pop because he dominated the awards. You feel me? But they came up to us, oh, can we take pictures of y'all? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, that shit was funny though. Head executive at Bing, head ass boy. Go fuck yourself. Go warm up your sleep apnea machine, you fat bitch. It ain't cheesy. Being tough is overrated. Yeah. No, my girl pictures came off fire though. Definitely came off fire though. And she never did it was dope though, because she's never done a motherfucking what you call that? A photo shoot. Yeah. But anything anybody want to talk about before we get up out of here, man? Control Alt Delete. That's funny. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy G Tatted Up TV. I mean, I don't think he put TV. I just threw that in there. Shout out to the boy G Tatted Up with the $2 super chat. He says, salute gang. Hashtag Philly in the building. Absolutely. 215 North Side. What up? Shout out to myself and Cambria niggas, you dig. Shout out to Berlin. Shout out to the Fairhill section of Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Shout out to the P. You know what I mean? Shout out to the bottom. Shout out Uptown. You know what I mean? Shout out to West. I don't really be out West all like that, Southwest, none of that. But salute, shout out to the county. You feel me? Fuck with the county. That's where I got my start in boxing, out there in the county. You feel me? Shout out to my Upper Darby niggas. All that. I got Justin Jackson on Instagram. I'll send them to you, Slum. Let me see. G tatted up. Yeah, okay. He said, nah, TV was in there. I think they may have took it out when I had to change my name around when they had started making everybody use their hand. Yeah, that shit corny and shit, bro. I don't even know why they did that. But it's probably to prevent, like, troll accounts. But clearly that shit don't stop nothing because we got bitch-ass niggas like War Daddy posing as me on a fucking YouTube account. Why the fuck Ralph ain't never come back? Ralph, are you here? Motherfucker, that nigga really had a picture of me. Let me find that old pic they photoshopped of me before I get up out of here. Cause this shit was hilarious. It was like every day for like a week. Bless 95838 said Keyshawn gonna lose to Ortiz. Hey man, listen, that's a good fight. Keyshawn predicting the KO though. He think he gonna stop Jermaine. But I mean, that's what he's supposed to say. He confident. He feel like he well prepared. He on weight right now. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine, it look like he focused. He ready. He know what it takes. He been here before. He's been fighting at a high level for a little while now. So I think it's a pretty even fight. Like the amateur experience goes to Keyshawn. The professional experience goes to Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Ortiz is a great athlete in his own right. He got good combinations. He got good speed, good athleticism, good overall boxing ability. Keyshawn, you know what I mean? He got good punch selection. He's pretty responsible with his defense. You know what I mean? Got some ring IQ as well. So this is going to be a good one, man. This going to be a really good fight. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fight. Keyshawn feel like he gonna stop him. You know what I mean? Based off of what I've been hearing Jermaine Ortiz say, he feels like it's gonna be another day in the office. Now, what does that mean exactly? I'm not sure because he done lost a couple times at the office. So we gonna see. We gonna see. I really feel like Jermaine has to really do the most to get the victory. Because look, man, you on a ring seat, you on a ring card against a ring ambassador. So you gotta really prove yourself. If that shit is close at all, they're gonna give it to Keyshawn, in my opinion. You seen him training with Floyd? I seen him a long time. I seen like not too long ago. I seen him like do pad work with Floyd before, but not like really training with him for real. But yeah. Oh yeah, let me show y'all them pictures. They edited of me. One nigga put like a bright blue hair on my head. Like it was the funniest shit. Let me see. Like, bro, these niggas trolls in real life. Like, this shit crazy. Like, these niggas really took the time. I remember the one nigga made me look like a girl. I was like, how the fuck you do that? These niggas be talented for real. They just be putting their time into the wrong shit. Like, if you that good at editing, my nigga, you worried about the wrong shit, cuz you could be making money doing what you doing. But instead, you just want to spend it on, you want to spend that time being a fag. You feel me? You ain't even got to do all that. Let me see. Let me just show you one of them Jones. I think my girl got me sick, y'all. There you go. Look at this shit. Nigga put red lipstick on me with pink hair. And then the name was Marquita Plant. Y'all niggas be tripping. Oh, yeah, that's the one nigga pushed. Nigga called me Mabel. Mabel Medea Simmons. Nigga put a long hair on me. What's the other one there? Because this was like almost every day that niggas trolled me, bro. It was the craziest shit. I'm sure there was more, but that's what I see off top right now. And if I do say it's a cup of brown, nigga. Yeah, niggas crazy, bro. Yeah, bro, niggas weird. G tatted up said I have a cousin that's a YouTube troll and he's older. He's in his late 40s. I asked him why he do it. He said he gets a kick out of the reaction. Oh shit, my boy Ralph back in the building. Damn. He said niggas sit there and edited that. That takes a minute to do these niggas. Be weird. No, that's a fact. They be having a lot of time on their hands. A lot of these niggas be living off SSI checks. You know what I mean? Niggas living off their mom. You know what I mean? Section 8. Niggas be paying $8 a month in rent. So they just be spending their whole day scratching their ass, fucking motherfucking butter on their chest from eating microwave popcorn and all that. Tank top yellow as hell. Like, these the niggas that be trolling people all day. Don't got nothing else going on. Ain't got no money coming in, no career, no goals. Niggas just be straight up stinking ass weirdos. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. That's how we're going to close out the live. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. Tomorrow is my day off, so I will be rejuvenated, energized, ready to work tomorrow. We definitely going to continue this boxing talk, man. This was entertaining. This was funny as hell. Shout out to everybody that contributed to the chat. You feel me? Shout out to Justin Jackson. Shout out to everybody that sent them super chats today. Shout out to the boy Justin Jackson. Shout out to the boy G Tatted Up. for showing love as always. Hope y'all guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'll be back at y'all 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. Until then, hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.